long time no see. So it's Lily again, and it be longer I posted here on TikTok. I've been so busy with some things here, so that's why. So today I'm here to drop another banger, like I've always been doing. Just a trade breakdown on gold that I sent to my community. So we traded it together. Is it on this week actually? This week. So I just do the break trade down, and with the combination of MSNR, CRT and SMC, like I've always been teaching you guys. So I've always been keeping it simple. So this is just the trade before it play out. You can see waiting for inducement or after NFP. So you can see the inducement just up there. So this is another re-entry that I sent. So that's just it with the inducement. That's the entry. So I always sent all this setup here live, not before and after. So if you're not in my channel yet, so the link is on my bio. You can just check it out and learn something. So let's start. Let me just clear everything. So first thing first, I used to always do is I always start my analysis from higher time frame. You understand? And there's one thing you need to know first, and actually you can analyze any pair, right? But as for me, I focus mainly on major pairs. And what are the things I use to qualify any pair that I want to analyze? First thing first, it must have a clear higher time frame context. You understand? It must have a clear higher time frame context, and after that, the lower time frame price action too must be neat, right? So because if you have a clear higher time frame context now and the lower time frame price action is just somehow, so it doesn't make sense to me. Just like you want to gamble your money, and even though if the higher time frame context is not clear and you go into the lower time frame, so it's just like you are not even ready. You just want to gamble your money. So first thing first, as for me, I focus mainly on structure. Sometimes structure, anything that market give me, anything market presents, I will follow it. So for gold now, I will explain the reason why so just the thought behind the trade. So first of all, here now, if you check here on daily time frame, and one funny thing is that I love following structure a lot. Like the higher time frame order flow is very, very important. You can't just say because you have a V level here you want to buy, or because you have a level here you want to sell. You need to be following the market order flow. And let's assume, say, like now you have a strong guy here now. You have this SBR here. Now you can see that it's actually following the order flow, and now you need to know how to make use of your premium and discount zone. For instance, now I know some people here, they after market break this low, now they'll be trying. Actually, I caught a sell around here too, but market will always go to the premium if you want to sell. The sellers, they want to sell at premium price, and the buyers want to buy at a discount price. So that's why we have price to just go up a little bit from here, even though it missed this entry, but we have a clean CRT from here. But I actually missed this trade because I was expecting market to tap here, but there was another entry from here that we got. Let's just leave that. Let's move to the main part. So now, first of all, you need to, before you do any top-down analysis on any pair, you need to ask yourself that where is market coming from and where is it likely to go, right? Where is it coming from and where is it likely to go? First of all, there was a buy setup I dropped here. This night I dropped a bullish CRT on gold. Yeah, this aligns with a weekly level. You can see it, and also 2 days time frame. I just focus mainly on this 2 days time frame. Do you understand? And now we have this candle to close around here. And even though if you check daily, you can see how the daily forms. And I just target this candle here, simple as ABC. But unfortunately, I didn't get a clean entry. So now after that, I just shift my focus away and focus on the bearish side. You understand? But don't forget that price is coming from this bullish key level, right? And at the same time too, we are in a bearish market. So now, because I'm selling also, I need to be conscious of all these obstacles on the lower time frame, especially that 4 hours time frame. So now if you check 2 days time frame now, we have this level around here. I was just observing, I'm just observing it because sometimes there will be some key levels that you don't know if they are going to hold or not. So I mark out this 2 days key level. Then if you check your daily time frame, you see it aligns with this FVG and this daily order block. You can see this key level around there, how it makes sense, right? So now let me just delete this. So you can see we have this sweep of this previous candle high. Then now remember, price is coming from a bullish key level. I don't know if price will still come back here, but I just want to trade within this range. Between this range, that's all. So it doesn't concern me. So maybe after I take my own TP, anything that market want to do, that's on the market. Seeing as much I already make my own money, that's all. So now price already hit. Don't forget we have this FVG too, so which is likely to push price down, but at the same time price is coming. And the reason why we're having all these indecision candles because price is between 2 key levels, 2 higher time frame key levels. Anytime you are seeing something like this, if you know you can't trade between 2 key levels, the best thing just wait for probably the sellers or the buyers to win. Now we are having a sell from the sellers, we are having a buy from the buyers. What are we going to do? Okay, so that's why I just focus mainly on structure on lower time frame. So now we pick MSNR key levels for the higher time frame key level and CRT for our target, then SMC for the lower time frame entries. So now let's just go to the lower time frame. So the next thing now, we just want to see 4 hours rejection, or probably 2 hour structure. Let's just go to 2 hours because I see a very clean structure on 2 hours. Now let me replay it. So here's it. You can see after market tap to this level, we already have a break of structure. So now I always tell my students and people on my telegram channel is that strong high, strong low is very, very important after market hit a higher time frame key level. That will give you a confidence that okay, let's say out of 100% now, 50% of it, like market is ready to do what I'm thinking, 50%. So the next thing, just wait for inducement and your entry. So now how did I even get this entry? If you check 1 hour time frame now, I focus mainly on 1 hour time frame. If it is a daily key level, don't forget our time frame alignment. So you can see this SBR here. I know most of you miss this trade because you are trying to take your entry just with few pips actually. But if you check 4 hours, where does it align with? It aligns with, actually your entry is actually good, but it doesn't make sense to me that when you are refining, your refinement is just like a few pips. So the best thing, just take your entry from the higher time frame key level. Okay, so the distance is not really that much, so the best thing, just take your entry. You can see that it aligns with this 4 hours order block, so just take your entry directly from there. Can you see it? So the difference is not really far like that. So that's why I pick my entry from here. So then you can see this break of structure. I have this break of structure, simple as ABC. But now I didn't take this entry directly because I was asleep and this trade activated during Asian section, so I missed the trade. But I dropped this entry to my public channel, so some people are able to get into the trade, but I waited for the re-entry. So let me just play it so you will see it. So I will show you how to get re-entry too. So you can see, you see after market tap to the main entry. Now what will you wait for? You wait for another strong high again. Let me just play a little bit. Okay, yes, you wait for another strong high again. So me, I have focused mainly on candle bodies. You can see we have a break of structure here, but let's just mark it here. So you wait for another strong guy again, and at the same time you wait for inducement. So now this is where you guys used to make the mistake with this your entry and sort of things like that. As for me, I've always been saying this, that always ensure that your lower time frame entries aligns with higher time frame. You understand? Your lower time frame entries should always align with higher time frame. Now first of all, I actually sent, no, I didn't even say I want to sell from here. No, actually the entry makes sense. But now let's check 2 hours time frame. Let's check 4 hours time frame. So there's nothing on 4 hours time frame, and anytime you are seeing weeks on 4 hours time frame, you can just focus on 2 hours or 1 hour. And if you check 2 hours, we have a 2 hour break of structure. So you can see we have a break of structure here, but just wait for another strong high again. And at the same time you wait for another strong guy again. So you wait for another strong guy again, and at the same time you wait for another strong high again. So A level there. So now the next thing, that's why I said inducement is always important, because sometimes you might not even know the entry you are going to pick. It's the inducement that will give you hint on which one you are going to pick, right? You can actually see that here on 2 hours time frame, you have another break of structure. This is a strong guy. You see another break of structure, a strong guy. Then this is why I pick my entry here. A very clean A level. Do you understand? A very clean A level, fresh one. So there's no point when you are trying to say you want to sell from here. Is actually, let's check if it is in discount zone. Sorry, I made a mess with all these numbers. Okay, the entry is in discount, but as for me, it doesn't make sense to me because I was waiting for inducement. So let's just see how it play out. Let me reduce this to 1. You can actually see one thing about inducement is that we need to see early sellers. Like I always said, early sellers or early buyers. I know some people have taken their entry from here. They will have taken their entry from here, so they are the early sellers. Then price will come back again to the main POI. You can see that. So early sellers. You can see these are our inducement. Even though it didn't tap there, but I didn't trust this entry. Because as for me, if I see that I have 2 POI, I would like to go for the extreme one. Yes, I would like to go for the extreme one. Just it depends. And this QM now, this is not like the A plus QM I always tell you guys to be picking. The A plus QM that I love is this one. A small A, a big A. Something like this. This is the A plus for me. And I've seen it playing out several times. So I'll still talk about all these entry models that we have. I will talk about it maybe anytime again. I want to drop a video, maybe just based on entry models. So you can see this QM compared to this one that you are trying to buy, you are trying to sell from, something like this. Like this, it doesn't make sense. You get, it doesn't make sense. So this is the A plus. This for the bearish QM. So the inverse is the bullish QM. So let's continue. So now you can actually see that our inducement also is in premium. So you want to sell at high price, and also at the same time, don't forget that price is coming from a bullish key level. And for gold, anytime you see a sweep of liquidity, a break of structure, especially on 2 hours or 1 hour, please just target the internal liquidity, probably the inducement that is near to that entry. So now this inducement, even though if it's going to disrespect it, but just for an obstacle we get, anything might happen from there. So my target, I was actually targeting this previous day low, yes, but you know, there might be strong reaction from there, like what happened yesterday. I will show you guys, because if you check this 2 days time frame now, the 2 days CRT is very clean. It's very clean and straightforward. But the way this current Friday candle closed is just somehow. So but I already took my own TP at total of 17 hours. 17 hours. So let's go on. So you can see that it's very clean here. So let's go on. Our inducement is present, so let me just delete this one. I will pick our entry, simple as ABC. Short position. These are our targets. Then your SL will be at this high. Yes, it will be at that high. So no matter what market, it's just like an invalidation point. Get, whether I pick something like this. This can do something around there. You can see this is like fucking A plus, like fucking A plus. So let me play it. Even though there was another entry from here, let me show you on lower time frame. Gold is very gold is very sensitive to any sweep of liquidity and a strong low. If you check here now, we have a sweep here. We have this inducement around here. See this entry ball, you know, because we have a bearish buyer, so it doesn't make sense to me that why am I going to buy from there. You can see these are our main entry. Simple as ABC. This is it. So you can see I just snipe, and that's how you get your precision. Sniper entries. Most of my own entries, they are just snipers, you get, because I always ensure they align with the higher time frame. that's the secret to all these sniper entries. Always make sure that your lower time frame entries align with the higher time frame. You get it? Even though if you check here now, it is sniper entry, you can see it. So that will give you more RR with tight stop loss. But me, I don't really use tight stop loss. I'll just put my SL at invalidation point. You get? So I'm here to make money, not to impress anybody with all this 1 pip stop loss, 2 pip stop loss. You get? So let's continue. You can see this strong reaction from this level. You can see, but because we are in bearish market, so I don't want to take this buy. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't want to go, because I've learned a lot from doing all this counter trade, so I don't do it. You get? So now you can see it gave us a very good reaction. So now next thing again, let's pick another re-entry. Now we already see another break of structure, right? Let's check 2 hours. You can see we have another break of structure, sweep break, we have another break of structure. So now where are you going to pick your entry? First of all, I mark here also for my entry, and at the same time I mark here, right? So I waited for inducement. You know, like I said earlier, inducement will be the one to give you hint on which entry you are going to pick, right? So now I was anticipating that if this current candle here just closed a little bit around there, like, let me draw my fib, because for me to choose an inducement now, it needs to come to the premium zone and sell again to the discount zone. So that's when I will know that, okay, this is a valid inducement. Or if I want to buy, I'll let it to sell to the discount zone and buy again to the premium zone. You get? To have early buyers or early sellers, simple as ABC. So now I'm just anticipating for this QM, and also, but now the issue is that this entry is just like is at exactly at the 50%. So I was just looking at it like, let's just wait for inducement and see. But I know at the same time watching here, and that's why I said I don't like the way this good is just creating entries around here, because I don't like it coming back to mind. I just want it to dump. You get? So the entry, this entry was activated on Friday, so I didn't even bother to take, because I already closed for the day, for the week. So let's see. You can see that this entry is already invalidated, right? So now I'm not taking it again. So what now happened? You can see that what I just said earlier, now that you want to see your inducement at the premium and sell again to the discount. So now these are our inducement, simple as ABC, right? Simple as ABC. So now let's just set our limit. So I didn't take the trade because it's already late already and the week is about to end. So your entry here, then your SL at this week, right? Your SL at this week, because that's the length of the week. So you need to let your SL be the size of this week. If you compare to this one now, this is the size of the week, so it should be there, and this one too, it should be there. But if you know you can't do it, some people used to use 50%, but I don't really fancy it, so I'll prefer to just use the size. So better still, you can refine your entry to this level here. You can see how we are just doing the same thing. Strong high, strong high. After price hits your main entry, you wait for another break of structure, right? And your inducement. So if you don't used to use inducement for your POI, well, if it's working for you, no problem. But as for me, I've been using it and it's helping me. So now I think price buy, have a good buy from here. There was a strong rejection from here, but actually I was even waiting for price to hit the body, not the wick. It reacted from the wick. I was even waiting that, okay, if price hits here, we are going to take TP, but it reacted to the wick. Do you see it? So now this is the main entry, 10 hour. This is just 11 hour. Let's continue. So we already ETP for this one. So that's just all. That's just for the first setup. So now this second one again. After I already tap here, you get. After I already tap here. After I already tap to the breaker, RBS or breaker, whatever I want to call it. You see how it just gave us a nice buy from here. Then we are selling. I drop all these entries on my Telegram channel. But now I'm just waiting for this here and see this inducement. So next week now I will look for buy around here. I'll look for buy around there, but with confirmation, because I'm not going to sell my limit directly from here. So now this sell is actually going. It's actually going. You can see these are around, but I don't think I picked 7 hour. Yeah, I think I picked 7 hour. It was 5 hour. I used to do something like 6 hour minimum, so something like this. So 6 hour is still fair for me. So you can see how it just play now. You can target this low, maybe this, something like this. Yes. So now next week I'll just be waiting for my confirmation entry, something like this we saw on this 30-minute time frame. You can see it. You can see how we just play on the lower time frame with structure. That's just it. So we are using the CRT to know our overall target, and also the 4 hours time frame to mark out the obstacles. Don't forget this MSNR hour time frame key level we mark here. HTF key level. You see it. So we wait for a strong guy. After market rejected, you go back to the hour time frame to pick your entry. The market rejected, sell. Wait for another break of structure again. Wait for inducement, pick your entry from hour time frame, sell again. You wait for inducement, you pick your entry from hour time frame, then this is another break of structure and you sell. Simple. It's just the same thing over and over again. You get. So now before you even see, that's just it. I hope you guys learn 1 or 2 from this. Just like you see how I make it simple for you guys with the combination of this MSNR, SMC and CRT. It's just simple. You get. So don't forget to join my Telegram channel for more updates. So don't forget, this is it. I have like 2C, so let's get it to like 3K. Okay, I know you guys can do it. So I always drop a lot of content, educational content here, so you can join. The link is on my bio, and if you're unable to join, just DM me. So enjoy your weekend, guys.